Hey guys, something happened to me today that I was just like I was thrown off a little bit by it, but then it started to make some things that I kind of believe in quite clear, even more clearer to me. I was at my son's school today for an event. Now, where I live at right now, I've been living here for about maybe 6 or 7 months. And previously, before I lived here, I lived in another apartment complex. Now, the complex is closer to my son's school. Now, at this complex, there was a woman, one of our neighbors, so to speak. She was a single mom. She had 3 kids. She had 2 sons and 1 daughter. And she was a member of the community. And let she was what you guys would probably call the nosy neighbor, to where she was in everybody's business and she wanted to know what was going on at all times. It seemed like she didn't work, so she was home 24/7 all day long. And the way our apartment building was set up, she could come outside and sit like on the front in a chair, and she would do that daily just so she could see what was going on around there, or she could, and then but that's not even the worst part of it. The worst part of it was that she would go back and talk to like the rental office about people, including myself. Like, she would go talk to the rental office and tell information that wasn't true, not just about me, because this is definitely just not about me. She would talk about other individuals that lived in, matter of fact, most of the individuals that lived in the building, and everyone knew that she was the person not to tell your business to, because she would run back and tell, and if there was anything you did not want anyone else on the property to know, or the rental office to know, she would definitely not be the person that you would tell. So, and a lot of people, they looked down on her because of that, and it kind of made people a little frustrated and distant from her, because she would always have her 2 cents about everything and always found the need to be nosy. That was just where she was nosy. She was always in your business. So whenever I saw her, she would just be like, hey, and I'd be like, and keep on walking. I just be like, I wave and I keep on walking. I'm not, I ain't trying to be rude, but I'm just like, I don't have time to stop and talk, because I don't want my business out in the street. So, leading up to today, I was at my son's event at the school. Now, her son attends the same school as my son, as both of my sons do. And when I got there and I walked into the auditorium, I saw her son. I recognized her son. Sweet boy. Son is the nicest thing. I've always loved him. He's a very, very, he was always a good friend of my son's, when we lived where we did live. So I saw him first, and he saw me, and he was like, hey, Miss Sabrina, how you doing? And I was like, I'm fine. And then I saw his mother sitting next to him. I saw his mother sitting next to him, and then I was just like, oh, like, I don't want to sit there, because I knew if I sit there, she gonna try to strike up some type of conversation, and I really, like I said, I really don't want my business in the street. So, but my sons wanted to sit over there, so I sat, like maybe a few seats over, and I put my sons in between us, and then So out of the corner of my ear, I hear him say to her, there was a speaker at this event, and I hear her son say to her, "Mom, look to your right." And then I hear him say again, "Mom, there's something underneath your foot," or something, like he's giving her directions. And then I turn around and I see that her eyes are glazed, sort of like glazed over. And so I hear him say, so I looked and I turned and I was like, "How you doing?" Because something just got to me to be like, what's going on, really? And it's starting to process in my head. And then her son says, so she says, to her son, "Who's that?" And her son says, "Oh, that's CJ's mom." And she hasn't seen us in a long time since we moved, because I haven't been back around there. But he says, "That's CJ's mom." And then she says, "Oh, how you doing?" And I say, "I'm fine." And then I'm like, "How are you?" And she's just like, "Oh, I'm getting better. I had the surgery." No, I didn't know you had any surgery, but, I'm going with it. But, so she says, "Well, I had the surgery. I'm getting better." So I'm just like, she can't see. Not nothing. I mean, she can't see a lick. Like, she's like pretty much, I would say, 95% blind in both eyes, because she can't see anything. And my thing is, okay, you know what? And this one I think, and what I believe in is, and I still believe it in this day, I still believe it. What you do, what you do to people, and how you treat people, it always comes back to you threefold. It comes back to you 3 times as worse. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whatever you do to someone is going to come back to you. And I saw her and I was just like, because I wouldn't wish anyone to be blind. Nobody's wishing. No, not once have I ever heard, even the whole time I was living in my building, not once have I ever heard anyone say, "Man, I wish he was blind." No, they never said that. They might have said, "Man, I wish he would stay out of my business." Or they would say, "Man, I wish he would stop sitting out on the front watching everybody." Now, you know, she can't watch anybody anymore. you know, but at what cost? At what cost now can she not watch anybody anymore? And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, because not only can she not see, everybody's business or see what everybody's doing, but she can't see the faces of her own children anymore. And it just was like, wow. I mean, it wasn't like me saying, "Man, yeah, she blind. That's, Nah, it was just like, man, wow. I mean, that was just like a wake up call to me, because things, God, karma, things that come around back to you, boom, they will hit you in your face like a boomerang. A boomerang. And I mean, that was the first thing that I thought, the situation with the way she was and how she would, behave. And I don't look lightly on people who, who poke their nose where it don't belong. You poke your nose where you don't belong. Usually bad things tend to happen when people poke their nose where it don't belong. But when I saw that, I was just like, wow. Wow. It's really bad that she's blind now. But you gotta really watch how you behave. You gotta really watch what type of person that you are. Especially when you talk about the other people. You gotta watch how you treat other people. And what you say, what comes out of your mouth. You have to really, really be careful. So, I wanted to just, share that event, share that experience with you guys today, and, how would you guys have handled the situation? You know, I just, would like to get a little insight. If you want to make a comment below, feel free. If you want to make a video response about it, feel free. But that's just how I was feeling today. So, peace.